Discuss the geometrical meaning of the zeros of a polynomial. As in previous class I stated that when the graph of a polynomial either intersects or touches the x-axis, then abscissa of that point is the zero of that polynomial. Now we can see it here easily. And one thing also I have said that a polynomial of degree n has at most n zeros. So first of all we will discuss linear polynomials. A linear polynomial is that polynomial where the degree of the polynomial is 1. It means the number of zeros will be either 1 or less than 1, that is 0. The graph of linear polynomial always represents a straight line. I am taking the graph, polynomial y equals 2, its graph will be like this. It is parallel graph y equals 2. It never intersects x-axis, that's why here number of zeros is 0. It is a linear polynomial but number of zeros is 0. But if you are drawing the graph of x equals 2, then here abscissa is 2, 0. That's why here we are getting 1, 0. Its value is how much? 2. Same thing will happen in the case of quadratic polynomials. Quadratic polynomials are of the form ax square plus bx plus c, where a can never be 0 and a, b, c are reals. On solving here we get x equals minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a. Here b square minus 4ac is called discriminant. It is called discriminant, denoted by d. The value of the zeros will depend on d. And here one by one we will see what will happen if d is 0. If d is greater than 0, d is less than 0. One thing also here in graph, this value of a, that is the coefficient of x square, is also having a very important role. If the value of a will be positive, graph will open upward, and if the value of a will be negative, graph will open downward. So I am just showing all these graphs here. Case 1, when I am taking here d equals 0. D equals 0. So when d will be 0, then graph will be like this. Either opening upward or downward. Here alpha equals beta. Here also alpha equals beta. Here a is greater than 0, d equals 0. Here a is less than 0, d equals 0. But case 2, when we are taking here d greater than 0, then its graph will be like this. Either it will be intersecting the x-axis at 2 points like this. Here a is greater than 0, d is greater than 0. And here a is less than 0 but d is greater than 0. One value is alpha, another value is beta, abscissa of these points. This is alpha, this is beta. Case 3rd, when d will be less than 0, d is less than 0. So when d will be less than 0, then the graph will be like this. Here a is greater than 0 and d is also less than 0. And here a is less than 0, d is also less than 0. Means it will never touch x-axis. That's why here we used to get always imaginary 0. No real value will be obtained. So here number of real zeros is 0. Here we are getting 2 and here we are getting 1. It is also satisfying the condition that if a polynomial will be of degree 2, then maximum number of zeros will be 2. But see the nature of the graph, it is parabolic. And regarding the parabolic path, you will study in details in class 11th. But parabola is a path on which whenever a particle starts moving, then its distance from the focus and from a fixed line is always the same. You will study it in 11th class. Cubic polynomials, its graph has no definite shape. Suppose you are sketching the graph of x cube, then its graph will be like this. It is the graph of x cube. But when you are drawing the graph of x cube minus 4x, then its graph will come like this. This is the graph of x cube minus 4x. Thus here we are concluding that maximum here it is touching at 1 point. Here we are getting this is 3 point. Here we are getting no 0, 1 0. Number of zeros is same here. That is 1 0, 2 zeros, no zeros. So we conclude that a polynomial of degree n has at most n zeros. Further we will see that what is the relation between the zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. For a linear polynomial, ax plus b, a not equal to 0, and a and b are reals, the x is minus b by a. We have unique solution here, and we can say that this equals minus constant term divided by coefficient of x. For a quadratic polynomial, the quadratic polynomials are generally of x square plus bx plus c. This term where a is not equal to 0 and a, b, c, these all are real numbers. It is of degree 2. So let it has 2 zeros. Let it has 2 zeros, alpha and beta. Therefore, alpha plus beta will be minus b by a. That this equals minus coefficient of x by coefficient of x square. And alpha into beta is c upon a. That is constant term by coefficient of x square. Similarly, we can get the values of cubic polynomial. We are taking one example, ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. It is a cubic polynomial. Here a can never be 0, but a, b, c and d, these all are reals. Let it have, since it is of degree 3, so it will be having 3 zeros, alpha, beta and gamma. So we can get here one relation, alpha plus beta plus gamma equals minus b by a. Now we will taking multiplying 2 at a time, and there sum alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha equals c by a. And alpha into beta into gamma equals minus d by a. Here we may write minus coefficient of x square by coefficient of x cube. This is coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x cube. This is minus constant term divided by coefficient of x cube.